Hey there! Welcome to this 3-part series on rebalancing strategies. In this video, we'll go over where you should deploy your fleet for the first time and how to dynamically manage the placement of vehicles thereafter. In Part 2 and 3, we'll get into some advanced field tricks, labor optimization, and key performance indicators. Let's get started. First off, what is rebalancing? Rebalancing your micromobility fleet refers to the operation of taking your devices from one physical location to another in an effort to better balance the distribution. The goal is to maximize demand. When launching in a new market, the best practice is to set expectations for where and when your scooter or bikes will be located and to stick to it. Creating a routine of deployments for customers to build trust in your fleet's availability and accessibility. To ensure this is possible, you must be realistic about maintaining the density of your fleet through the distribution of your vehicle hubs in the service area. Think of the principle of bus stops. You learn to know where they are and the route times, which builds expectations of service reliability. You likely wouldn't wait at a random street corner not knowing if a bus would come and when. The same goes for micromobility. If customers are routinely seeking out scooters or bikes to ride and finding none, you will likely lose that customer altogether. Not good. So, how do you build trust in reliable availability and accessibility? In a nutshell, you want to take your total fleet and divide that into hubs, also known as corrals, pods, parking bays, etc. Each should have 3 to 10 devices and be distributed across key points of interest, or POIs, in your market service area. If you are using docking stations, these will be the locations of your stations. If you're deploying a hybrid model, placement of your docking stations should be at the densest part of your market service area or where you have the most frequent pickup drop-offs by riders. So wait, how do you know where these key points of interest are? This is where you have the biggest leg up over the large multinational micromobility share operators. Measured data is the key, but in new markets, there is no historical data to draw from. If you live in the city you're launching in, your wealth of anecdotal local community living and engagement is, in and of itself, a data source. For your initial launch, you must use your best guess assumptions, your gut feel of where to deploy your hubs. These should be at key POIs in entertainment districts, central business districts, downtown areas, and areas of general public gathering. If there are pain points of automotive traffic accessibility, all the better. Areas off limits to cars, the best. A great tool to map these POIs out is Google My Maps. This is a free online tool for mapping fixed points and drawing polygonal layers which simulate your market. Tip of the trade, draw circles in radiuses of 250 to 500 meters to place over your planned hubs. This will give you a good picture of distribution overlap. A general rule of thumb is that customers are willing to walk 100 to 150 meters to get to a scooter or bike that is out of their way. Try your best to provide coverage to that extent. All right, so you've launched your fleet. Now, how do you go about your rebalance operations? This is the $1 million question, or maybe $1 billion question eventually, and it will be a point of continuous improvement for your operational efficiency. We will delve more into the finer points of strategy in parts 2 and 3, but let's start simple. In general terms, scooters and bikes need to be where they're demanded before they are demanded. Every market will have its own culture around daily transportation, but for most, during weekdays, you're looking at an early morning and late afternoon commute crowd, a midday lunch crowd, and the evening entertainment crowd. Think about each day as a reset, whether you operate 24/7 or just morning till evening. You will want to have the majority, if not all, of your fleet fully charged in an optimal distribution to meet the morning commute crowd by or before 6 to 7 a.m. This means you need to plan your operations with backwards lead timing. For example, if you need to position 50 scooters by 7 a.m. and it takes your team 1 hour to move 15 scooters, then you should plan for at least 3 hours and 20 minutes of operations. This means you're heading out at around 3:40 a.m. or sooner. You can use this same principle of backwards lead time planning for all rebalance periods throughout the day. For profitability, your goal is to maximize the potential of rides with as little labor cost as possible. Of course, this is the goal, but accept you will likely spend more labor per hour initially as you learn your efficiencies while not compromising on demand fulfillment. That's it for this video. Check out part 2, where we'll delve into the post-launch hub location assessment, rebalance shift designs, in-field tips and tricks, and a few basic KPIs to measure your success.